Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make some naan bread. We're doing a little Indian food tonight, so I need naan bread. So what I have here in front of me, I've already got my yeast where it's proofed with some warm water, a little bit of sugar. I had to throw a little honey in it because I have these, so I put a little honey in there too. I've got my 4½ cups of flour. I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I've got 2 teaspoons of salt, and actually 1 teaspoon of salt, and I've got a cup of yogurt. So this is all part of the mix. So we're going to go on and make our dough first. So I've got to put this into here. So this is all I made sure the yeast was active and gave it a little sugar to work with. So now I'm just going to add my flour in here on top. And I've got my salt, my oil, and I'm going to let that work for a little bit. And then I'll add in my yogurt. Now you could do this by hand. I have the mixer, so I'm using it. So this is slowed down now. I'm going to add in my yogurt. I could add herbs to this. I could add yogurt or garlic, some roasted garlic or whatever, but what I'll do, just because I have some folks that don't necessarily like garlic, I'm gonna make my dough and then I'll brush a mixture, an herb garlic mixture on the outside of the bread when I go to toast it. So I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna scrape down my sides. We'll get it going. So we've let it mix for a little bit, and you can see how it's kind of turned into a ball there. So I'm going to turn it off and lower this down and knead it on the tabletop just a little bit. It's a softer dough. So I'm going to go back into this same bowl with my dough, and I'm going to let it rise. So I'm going to put just a little bit of oil into here so it can rise in there, but it's not going to be sticky. So whenever I'm kneading, it's just a twist, a turn, and press it out. This doesn't really need a whole lot of work. Just trying to get a nice, even, smooth consistency. It's still just a little bit tacky, but that's okay. It's not a problem. So we've got a nice dough here. So I'm going to form it into a ball. Put it in here. Spin it around, just like that, and then I turn it over with the oiled side up. I'm going to cover this, put it on top of the stove, let it sit. It's kind of warm in here. Actually, I may put it outside because it's, 85 degrees. We're going to let this double in size, and then we'll come back and show you as far as how we roll it off. All right, so our dough has been proofing, and nice and fluffy. We're going to take that out. Got a little bit of flour here. And I'm going to go ahead and divide this into two. Because this recipe, I did it 2 times the recipe because we have a few extra people coming tonight. So, should make about 16. So I like to go ahead and just divide it all out. All right, so I'm going to take this. Got my rolling pin here. Just a little bit of a dusting. Let that sit for just a second. I'm going to do one more. All right, I'm going to take these over to the stove top. I'm going to brush just a little bit of a seasoned, this is just a little salt and pepper and olive oil here. And I'm just going to brush that on here. Now, what you can do is go ahead and make these up and then put them on a tray and then you can brush them. But I've already got my skillet on and it's pretty hot. So we're going to drop these into here. We'll see. All right. So we're going to brush this one. When I finish these, I've actually got an herb mixture that I'm going to brush on them. Yeah, this skillet's a little bit hotter. So what we're looking for is to see bubbles in the surface, and then we'll flip it over. You go into some of the Indian restaurants and they have the actual tandoori ovens, and they make the dough and press it out, and then they stick their hand down in there and throw it on the side of the oven. It's pretty intense because it's a very, very hot surface. So what we're doing today is we're just par baking these. I want to get them partially baked, and then we'll heat them up again later on. And when I heat them up the next time, I'll put the herb mixture onto them. So it's just got a light browning on here. That's all I'm looking for right now. So you can see, got a little bit of brown on that side. That's really all I need for right now, because we're not going to have these until later on tonight. So I'm just going to throw that over there. I'm going to go ahead, and this is just a little bit of an herb and oil mixture and butter. Herb, oil, and butter here. Dinner's not till later on, but that's okay. I'll get to enjoy these now. And that's pretty much it. So I'll be able to take this, put it off into a basket for dinner. I'll probably cut them in half. That way we can pick up one at a time or a half and use that for eating the rest of our meal. So, see that side? You've got a nice color on there. It's got the seasoning on it. We're all done. So, thanks for coming in, and hopefully you can make the naan.